Craig Harrison here with Seashell Awnings. Welcome to episode 6 of our Seashell Awning installation series. We recommend watching the episodes in order, so if you have yet to watch the previous videos, you can find them by visiting our YouTube channel below. We will start by installing the universal brackets. The brackets must be installed no closer than 6 inches from the ends of spar 1 and 2, and no further up than the tensioning ball on either side. If your unit hangs past the edge of the mounting structure, you may need to order a universal extension bracket, which allows for just such an application. Starting on the left side, locate and mark the studs around the mounting location. Lay the awning against the wall and mark its location for reference. This will give you a guide as to where the universal bracket should be mounted. Lay the bracket against the wall at an angle that is perpendicular to spar 1 and ensure that the top mounting hole is centered on the stud. In most cases, the lower hole will lie outside of the stud and will be mounted using a toggle bolt. Once the bracket's orientation has been determined, transfer the bracket's mounting slot location to spar number 1 and drill into the spar with a 1/2 inch drill bit. Drill through the one side only and not through the entire spar. It's now time to slide the nut plate into position so that you can insert the mounting hardware. At the factory, a nut plate is inserted into both number 1 and number 2 spars. By using the magnet plate on the back of the receiver housing, you can slide the nut in line with the mounting hole you just drilled. As can be seen in this cutaway, the nut plate simply slides along with the magnet. With the receiver housing magnet holding the nut plate in place, thread the universal mounting bracket bolt assembly from hardware bag number 4 into the nut plate. Note that you will need a 10mm washer on the spar side of the bolt assembly, which is also in hardware bag number 4. After threading the bolt all the way in, tighten the innermost nut against the spar. We can now move our attention to the universal bracket. Remove the outermost nut and washer from the bolt assembly and attach the bracket. By tightening the nut, the brass bushing should slide neatly into the universal bracket's mounting slot. With the universal bracket installed on both sides of the awning, you can now install the receiver housing on the ends of spars number 1 and 2. Use the 6mm by 25mm Phillips screws from hardware bag number 4 and tighten the bracket squarely to the spar. You can now lay the awning back against the wall, mark the final hole locations, make sure the top holes line up with the stud, and drill for mounting. Since our training center is made of concrete, we are using cement knock-ins to mount the universal brackets. With a standard wood structure, you would use the 3/8 inch lag bolt for mounting the top hole into a stud, and the plastic snap toggle nut with the 1/4 inch by 3 inch Phillips screw for the lower hole. You can see here how the universal bracket mounts to a wood structure. With the brackets securely mounted to the structure, you are ready to move on to our next episode where we will finish the rope kit. You can click on the next episode link to continue, or visit our YouTube channel for all of our videos.